Hey everyone, how's it going? Hey everyone, how's it going? Today I have my 1999 Mercedes-Benz C43 AMG, and I just recently got this car. I traded in my Chevy K1500 for it. So today I'm going to be doing just a little review for you guys, and this is going to be the first video I've properly done on my channel that I intended to upload. So let's go ahead and get started. So this car is, like I said, it's a 99. I'm pretty sure 99, there was 576 of them made. This one is navy blue with the tuxedo interior. This car from the factory comes with a 4.5 liter V8, makes about 304-ish horsepower. This one's actually engine swapped. It has a 5.5 liter engine swap in it, which for these cars is actually pretty common. So this one makes around 349 horsepower and 391 pound-feet of torque. Not sure the 0 to 60 or the quarter mile times, but I'll be going to the drag strip soon, so hopefully I'll get quarter mile time on that. So mine, I mean, it's a little bit rough, but I mean, honestly, it's a really good car. It's really solid. It drives amazing. I like to compare it to my old 86 Corvette that I had in terms of handling and steering feel and everything. Also, I do apologize, it's a little bit dirty right now. I haven't got to wash it in a little bit, and it's been raining a lot lately. And I'm also beside the interstate. It's just right over this tree line right here, so that's why it's probably going to be a little bit noisy. I'll find a better spot next time to make a video, but I just want to make something real quick to go over it. So go ahead and do a little walk around here. So you see a little bit dirty. I do have some door rust on this door right here. I mean, personally, I didn't mind it because I know the car is galvanized from the factory, so it is solid. It has some paint, like right there. This car has been painted, and it has a chip in the back bumper. So I want to get a new rear bumper maybe one day and fix that, because that's the biggest problem I have with it. But I mean, the paint fading, everything, I don't really mind it, to be honest. AMG badge right there. That's nice. And whenever I first saw this car, I saw the ad on Craigslist. I didn't really like the look of it. But then when I saw it in person, my opinion changed on it completely. I think this car looks a lot better in person than it does in pictures, especially like this angle, like right here. I think that's pretty aggressive. Also the AMG wheels we got going on here, right there. And these brakes are pretty big. They're the biggest I've ever had. And these are 255s all around. So it handles actually really well. For a heavy car, this car weighs about 3,400 pounds. And you can really throw it into a corner. It'll actually go around pretty well. You see right here is the paint fading in the hood, as I'm sure you saw earlier. So this car does have the front windshield wipers. I think that's hilarious. They don't work on this car, but they do have them, and you can obviously fix that and make them work. Mercedes symbol on the hood there, and they all move around like that. For the C43 AMG, the differences on this from like a base C280 is the front bumper, I think, has a bit of a restyle. The grille is slightly restyled. The side skirts are a little bit more aggressive. There's a little bit more aero. And then the back bumper is also different. So we're going to go ahead and get into the interior of this car. So you see we have the white on black. That's the tuxedo interior. We have the wood trim on the side. And also in this car you have the white AMG gauges. Here we have the time and the temperature outside. Also, this car is from Canada, so everything you see, like the speedometer is in kilometers an hour. The temperature outside is in Celsius, and on the climate control, it's also in Celsius. So that's pretty quirky on this car specifically, considering that I live in the US. Also, you see I have a little tape over the steering wheel. I didn't do that. Everything on this car was from previous owners. So I asked the guy why it was there. He said the material had like worn off, which is fine. This is actually like a white leather under here. So I guess over time it just gets worn out and dirty. But I mean, honestly, this is really well done. And most people don't even notice it until I mention it. So I don't really mind it. You also have a crack in the windshield. I actually did that myself. I'm not sure how it happened, honestly. I just got in the car one day and I went to wash it, and in the middle of washing it, I got out to move it, and there was a crack in the windshield, so that's fun. Let's see, we have rearview mirror. It's an auto-dimming rearview mirror. Up here are lighting controls. We have the center light here, and this is the reading light, so we turn that off. There you go, we go slowly. So then we have the reading light, and then we have the rear light right there. And one of the things that I have noticed is watch how softly the light turns off. For some reason to me, I just think that's really cool. And then this button right here, if you press that, whenever you open the doors, the lights will turn on, and if you press it again, they won't turn on whenever you open the doors. So, also we have the sunroof control right there. So, let's see, we got mirrors and stuff in there, and it has lights. Also, one little quirky feature thing I think is really cool about this car. The pillars are like a Alcantara, I mean, not like an Alcantara, but like a felt or whatever. It's softer than like a regular like plastic that most cars would have. So I think that's really cool. I mean, it's really nice. We have the wood trim in the dash and on the doors there and in the back. And the center console here, we have our heated seats. We have a low and a high option traction control button. This button is actually for the headrest, so you can put the headrests up in the back. And if you need to like look behind you or whatever, and the headrests are up and you can't see, if you press this button, the headrest will fold down. We also have the hazard. Also, if you press this, the light flashes, so that's pretty cool. Lock and unlock button, and then the passenger heated seats. Climate control, pretty basic. I mean, honestly, I kind of prefer a manual control. I don't really like the buttons. I like knobs. We have aftermarket radio in here. This one has Bluetooth. It's just a Pioneer head unit. I think the speakers are the stock Bose. So right down here we have the shifter. This is a 5-speed automatic. The shift time actually is pretty good. It shifts pretty well. And it's very, very responsive. So you can obviously put it in drive, or you can put it down in first and go through the gears yourself. So I mean, that's better for like if you like want to do some more hardcore driving. But I mean, personally, I just do it in automatic mode. We have all of our window controls in the center here. All the windows are automatic, so you just press them and then they go down. We have your trunk button here, so you hold this up and then the trunk will pop, and then your electronic mirror controls for mirrors, and these also do work in this car. And then you have a standard mode and a wet mode. Now what this does is, in standard mode, whenever you come to a stop, the car will start off in first gear and just go through the gears normally. If you put it in wet mode, what that does is it'll start the gear off in second gear, so that it's harder to lose traction. So I mean, I keep mine as standard because I mean, I don't like gun it off the line if I'm just regularly driving anyways. But that's what that's for. A lot of people don't know. On the doors, we have the driver controls for the power seats. A lot of people don't know where these are. Every single time people get in, they feel around for like manual controls. But these have it on the door. So obviously forward, back, you can move it down and up. And then you have the back here, you can lay it down. This, you can actually like almost turn it into a bed. It lays completely flat. And then you have a power headrest also. And then you have the nice chrome door handle, which is nice. Oh yeah, over here we have the headlight controls. And we also have the parking brake release right there. Also, one interesting thing about the headlights is whenever you put this car in drive, the headlights will automatically come on. So that's a pretty neat feature. Because if it's like this time of day, or like you might need them on, if it's maybe a little bit more cloudy. But I mean, you don't like want to turn your headlights on yet for like the dash or anything, because whenever you do turn them on, they're orange right there. And I think it's a little bit harder to see for me, honestly. So I just I like just to keep them like in the automatic setting. Also, I like the view of the Mercedes badge over the dash there. Yeah, we got the glove box over here. It's also felted inside as well. And there's a light over there that'll turn on. In the center here, we have, this is the space for the cup holder or whatever. I took mine out because it was kind of plasticky and finicky and I didn't like it. Also, more seat controls. These seats are power controlled, not power, they're air controlled. They have like air bubbles in them. So what will happen is they will inflate and deflate. So like that would be inflating. So that's like the lower section down here. And then you can deflate it. You hear it there deflating. So that's like for like your legs. And then this is lower back and upper back. And I'm not sure what this does. You can move it left and right, but it doesn't do anything. So I'm not sure if it's broken or if it doesn't actually do anything and it's just plastic and finicky. Center console here, we have your first section and then your section, your deeper one right there. So I think that's it for the front of the car. So we're gonna go ahead and get out and get into the back. All right, so back seat legroom is actually pretty nice for it being a smaller car. I have a good, I'd say 3.5, 4 inches of legroom. I'm about 5'10", and this is a pretty common seating position for most passengers. Back seat is much more comfortable than the front, in my opinion. The seats are a little bit more plushy back here, and not as bolstered, obviously. So I think as far as riding goes, the back is a little bit nicer. We have the headrests. So these, like I said, they'll come up right there. Also, you have the Mercedes-Benz first aid kit. This one does have the first aid kit. And that's always pretty cool to show people. In the center, this pulls down. And you have your center armrest. And you have your cup holders right there. You also have a entrance to the trunk back there. Put that up. So back here for controls, nothing special. You just have the window control in the center here, and you just have your door handle. Down here we have just ashtray, and that's it for that. So for the back seat, that's about it. Headroom is pretty nice. I have a good probably inch or so of headroom. So I mean, it can accommodate a normal sized person pretty well, and that's what this car is really meant for. You know, it's a Mercedes, so it is classy, but since it's the AMG, it's a little more sporty. Also, this car is lowered. It has built-in shocks, and not sure the springs. I might put that in the description once I look into it. But I think that's it for the back seat. So go ahead and open it up, get out. And there she is. So we'll do just a quick little start up of the car. Also, the key in mine specifically is a newer key. So here's the key. You got the unlock, trunk, and then the lock button and the panic button. Actually, everything does work in this car too, so that's nice. So let's put the key in, turn over, and there's the blend door opening. There we go. So the only thing, I know I just said everything works in this car, but the only thing that doesn't really work is the gas gauge. I actually do have gas. But what will happen is it will work at a quarter tank and below, and the gas light will always work. So go ahead and get our seatbelt on here. All right. And then you should be able to see maybe where the headlights come on, so put it in drive. Can't see in the camera, but actually I'm gonna go ahead and roll the window down so you can hear a little better. So just press it once. Windows go down. So let's go ahead and see how she does. Very, very fast car. That was barely any like length of time, and that was quick. here. Good Lord. This car never ceases to surprise me. If you ever have the chance to drive one, especially an engine swapped one, please do, because it will surprise you. This is the fastest car that I've ever had. Brakes are very good too. Oh God. And it sounds amazing. This is definitely the best sounding car I've ever had, and I've had a few cars. Get back up there. Just stick it in park. So there she is, guys. Hope you enjoyed this review and this little test drive of my 99 Mercedes-Benz C43 AMG with 5.5 swap. If you enjoyed this video, please like and or subscribe. I'll definitely be making a lot more videos as time goes on, and I'll be doing, probably try to do a little bit of collabs with my friends and such. Go to car shows, cars and coffee, burnout videos and things like that. So yeah, hopefully I'll catch you guys next time, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.